Welcome to this overview tutorial on using the Project Bill of Quantities template. A Project Bill of Quantities, or BOQ, is a document that outlines the materials, labor, and services required for a specific project, along with their corresponding quantities and costs. What sets this template apart is its unique design, allowing you to capture multiple project BOQs in a single worksheet, unlike traditional templates that limit you to one BOQ per worksheet. If you're interested in learning more about the differences between worksheets and workbooks, check out my tutorial linked in the description below. This template offers several advantages, including automated calculations, easy data comparison across projects, streamlined reporting, and enhanced collaboration. Let's start exploring how to get the most out of this powerful tool. This is the main dashboard, displaying charts, key indicators, and the current time at the top right corner. If you're interested in learning how to set up daily reminder messages that pop up at a specified time, check out my other tutorials. The Project Duration Date Status section shows various project statuses, such as on time, approaching deadlines, overdue, and no longer necessary to track. We'll explore how this chart automatically updates itself. Next, from the dashboard worksheet, we have the Project BOQ form. This form captures essential details for a specific project's BOQ data, retrieving information from the Project BOQs records worksheet. The Project BOQ form is the main worksheet where all data is entered, featuring a primary table below the buttons and a summary table above the buttons that displays key metrics. These metrics are then reflected on the main dashboard of this workbook. Lastly, we have the Notes and Instructions worksheet, which includes my personal contact details if you'd like to reach out. Let's return to the Project BOQ form. To retrieve data for a specific project BOQ, we'll use the project ID, which needs to be entered in this highlighted cell. Column D of the Project BOQs records worksheet contains the item IDs. Let's change G100 to G104 in the formula bar and click elsewhere in the worksheet. As you can see, the data for G100 feet is automatically cleared, and the new data for G104 is displayed in the form. As mentioned earlier, each project is represented by a unique row in the main table, where all calculations are automatically performed. You can see how efficiently this workbook can record and manage multiple projects. Using different Excel files for project BOQs can lead to data fragmentation, making it hard to manage scattered data. Different file formats and structures can cause inconsistencies, and comparing data across projects becomes challenging. Managing different file versions can be problematic, and searching and updating multiple files can be time-consuming. Now that we've explored the Project BOQ form, let's dive into the automation features that make this template truly powerful. The buttons embedded in the form streamline tasks, reducing manual effort and increasing efficiency. Let's take a closer look at how these buttons can automate work in capturing project BOQs. Now, let's take a look at our search functionality. Cell D11 here is our search box. To find a specific item, simply enter the item name in this cell. Now, if you click the search button without entering anything in cell D11, you'll receive a notification indicating the number of empty cells in the table range. These empty cells will be highlighted in gray. Clicking OK will take you to the first empty cell in the table. To view the column headers, simply click anywhere within the table range. Notice that the first empty cell is highlighted in blue, while its row is highlighted in gray. Also, the scroll back button appears after clicking search. When the cells are in edit mode, enter a value and click the scroll back button to return the table to its previous position. Let's enter labor in the search cell and click the search button. Previously, we had 87 empty cells, but after entering data in the first empty cell, we now have 86 empty cells. Clicking OK takes us to cell version 14, where labor is located. Now, let's search for a numerical value with multiple entries, such as 7. As you can see, the first instance of 7 in column I is highlighted, while other instances in different columns are not. Let's try searching for something unique, like a value we know isn't in the table. As expected, we'll be notified of the number of empty cells, and after clicking OK, we'll receive a message stating that the item wasn't found in the table range. Adding a new row to a large table can be cumbersome, but the Add Row button streamlines this process. Simply click the button to jump to the bottom of the table, where you can enter data and then click Scroll back to return to your previous position. To delete a row, click the Delete button and enter the item in column D. If you don't specify an item, the first row with an empty cell in column D will be deleted. Let's test the deletion feature with G103. The row is deleted without disrupting the rest of the table. You can also save your selected range as a PDF or Word document using the respective buttons. For more details on saving and filtering data, refer to my Project Management Workbook tutorial, which covers the Filter Data button's functionality for analyzing data based on specific criteria. Remember, this BOQ form can also be saved as a PDF or Word document. However, unlike other forms, you cannot select a specific range for this form. Only the fixed range A1 to I50 can be saved, and it will be saved exactly as it appears. To learn more about the functionality of these two buttons, please watch my Project Management Workbook Overview tutorial. Let's change the font color of the entire summary table to white. Simply follow these steps. The project duration date status tracks the project's progress by comparing the planned start and end dates with the actual dates, helping you identify delays or deviations from the original plan. Now, let's go to the project dates columns and test something. Here, I've used start and end dates, and also included the project duration, which is the difference in days between the start and end date. The remaining days column shows the total days left in positives or days past the project deadline in negative values. Let's change the date in cell Y14 to the year 2025. Nothing seems to have happened, but the remaining days status should update automatically. Let's try changing it again. As you can see, nothing appears to have happened. If this were a formula issue, we might expect to see errors. To learn more about Excel formulas, check out my lesson on Excel formulas and functions. Actually, this isn't an error, we just need to adjust the calculation settings. Under the Calculation section, click Calculation Options and select Automatic. Now, the statuses update automatically. Let's try changing the year in cell Y15 and see if its status in AB15 updates. If we change it again, the status should update accordingly. This is how the statuses are updated. You need to enter the start date, end date, duration, and remaining days, and the statuses will be calculated. Now, let's go back to the summary table. You'll notice that the date status counts have updated, and if you navigate to the main dashboard, you'll see that the chart for date status has also updated. With this template, we can calculate the total amounts used or estimated for a given project within a specific date range. Let's change the dates in these two cells and see. The reason it didn't update initially is that our starting year is 2024. If we change it to 2025, we see that it's $0 captured, so it's essential to verify the dates in the table before trying them. This also applies to the shapes on the dashboard, which display key metrics. If you change anything in the table, the quantities, total records, and all other costs will be automatically updated. Now, let's discuss the main columns in this template. We have quantity and cost per unit, where you can manually enter the costs and quantities. The total cost column is automatically calculated using a simple formula. Contingency percentage in a BOQ is a percentage added to estimated costs to account for unforeseen expenses or risks, providing a financial buffer against potential overruns. To calculate the contingency amount, we multiply the total cost by the contingency percentage and then divide by 100. Taxi percent likely refers to a percentage added for taxes. The tax amount is calculated by adding the contingency amount to the total cost, then multiplying the result by the tax percentage divided by 100. The total final amount is determined by summing up the total cost, contingency amount, and tax amount, providing a comprehensive figure that accounts for all expenses. Supplier rating in this BOQ is likely a system to evaluate and categorize suppliers based on performance, with a 1 to 5 star rating system indicating varying levels of quality, reliability, or service. In this table, I've also created drop-down lists, which offer advantages such as streamlined data entry, reduced errors, and improved consistency. This project management workbook tutorial has guided you through essential tools and features to streamline your project planning and execution. With practice, you'll master using this workbook to enhance your project management skills, improve efficiency, and drive successful outcomes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tutorials. If you have any questions or need further assistance, I'd love to hear from you. My contact details are included in the video description below.